There's this ephemeral sense that I have connected with this space when I come up here and just like, oh, my mom sat here, my grandmother sat here. Gethsemane United Methodist Church is based in Capitol Heights, Maryland, about 1 mile from the Washington, D.C. border.
The church sits on 17 acres of land.
We're all the way up on this hill. We're surrounded by all of this beautiful vegetation. We have all of this space at the church. Like, why aren't we using some of that space?
5 of those acres are developed. And so we're asking ourselves, are we doing the most with the resources that God has given us?
How do you maintain a facility this large where the costs continue to rise?
There aren't as many people. Part of our goal was to say, like, what can we do to make sure Gethsemane is still around? I lost my mom when I was 21. She passed away before she was able to get her heart transplant.
Sharon Drakeford, who is Ashley and Brittany's mom, she was very instrumental in our young people's ministry. Not just her kids, but the other young people in our church community.
And one of the first things that our aunt had us do when my mom passed away was build a garden. Ever since that time, gardening has always been a practice of connecting and growing. That has, for me, has been part of that spiritual practice.
Brittany and Ashley are my cousins on my dad's side, and we were raised as a close-knit, big family.
Those are like my babies, right? We've been like family.
I am a 6th generation Prince George's County resident. Gethsemane is also a part of our history. We've been here for a really long time.
Brittany, Ashley, and Kyle began this small garden just to kind of be an example to others. It was a teaching mechanism.
We have a senior community in our church, and many of those individuals were brought up on farming. So when they heard of Brittany, Kyle, and Ashley wanting to use the land for farming, folks got excited.
I enjoy gardening and I enjoy being in the ground. I enjoy walking in the dirt. I love doing all those things. But being able to be and exist amongst people that I love and that I care for and that we're laughing and we're relaxing, that part for me is the most spiritual component. We have an abundance of land, and we also have commercial kitchen space.
So the Agriculture Hub will be centered in the church parsonage.
What we ended up doing was identifying ways that we can support local farmers, local food-based businesses in our community.
We're considered a food desert in this area. So having that connection with the local farmers and with our food pantry as well, and making sure that our folks know that we are here for you.
Practically, where do we see money flowing? Where do we see resource flowing? And then as the pastor, I ask, where do we see God calling us?
Last year during Vacation Bible School, we did like a beekeeping workshop with the students, and we taught them about bees. We extract honey twice a year. Sell the honey, we give some away.
And so then the opportunity of some of the sustainability projects that we're doing as it aligns with agriculture, as it aligns and thinking again about creation care, means that we have opportunity to use this wealth of land to then address both of those issues.
Jesus was practical. Jesus fed the hungry. Jesus made sure that individuals had their basic needs met.
Our idea was unique, but I think the motivation behind it was to see the church thriving and active and full of life again.
How do we take this moment now where we are and create something new?
You can't do the same thing over and over again that you did in the 70s. It's not going to work in 2025.
Gethsemane already has developed policies, procedures, and all of the administrative capacity that we need to function as an organization and as a nonprofit. So through the fiscal sponsorship with Gethsemane, we're able to then leverage that institutional knowledge to now share costs.
When we go out and win grants or we have these big, bold ideas and we bring back financial backing, we're able to solidify the foundation that is Gethsemane.
It's great to have a vision that can happen in 10 years, but you also still have to have incremental steps to help you get there. If you don't have that, then the vision really can't become a reality.
Our legacy of service comes from my mom. She's a huge motivator in what we do. I can only imagine what she would think of all the things that we're doing right now. But really, we're just doing what we've been taught to do.
What makes me most proud is seeing my cousins be the best versions of themselves, finding their voices and finding their confidence through the work that we're doing.
When we look at many communities, particularly African American communities, right? One of the most valuable assets in those communities are churches. Churches are anchor institutions. And if we choose to see them as anchor institutions, there is a wealth of possibility that can be birthed and born out of that.
There have to be people that are always teaching, people that keep our history, people that pass it down, and people that come up with these new, big, bold ideas that are able to keep the church moving forward into the future.